Psychotherapy, yeah, that's kind of what I call my time on the bike. You're out by yourself, you have a lot of time to think. I've always liked the Carver Park out there because it's a little distance away and there's trails around the lake, and you're out on the west side of Woodbury and you can pretty much go from there. After a couple of years of being in Woodbury, it's kind of when I actually decided I wanted to try and bike every public road in Washington County. Part of it was trying to do something that nobody else has done. It meant everywhere that a car could go, that's a public road, state roads, county roads, residential roads, cul-de-sacs. I'm not what I call a hillbilly. I'm not great on hills. So I knew Stillwater was going to be a tough one. The hills climbing out of there to the west are just horrible. And I knew there were a lot of them. So Stillwater, I actually saved that for last. Yeah, some roads are more dangerous than others. Some roads don't have any shoulders and there's a lot of heavy truck traffic. So there were times where it was uncomfortable for me to do that. Once I got moving, north of 94 and north of 36 trying to cover the roads, I could no longer do that from my house. I would have to drive up to where I would start. There's a lot of moments where I thought, I'm going to do something that nobody else has done. I'm 58 years old now. I'm not the fastest guy out there, and this was something that I figured that I could do that even no other cyclist has done. What was it like to finally tackle Stillwater? I was on the bike the whole time, so it got to be pretty treacherous. But yeah, I was determined not to walk up any of those hills for this part of it. Oh yeah, there's a lot of times when I wanted to get off the bike and walk, but then it's not biking every road, it's biking most roads and walking a few, which kind of bothered me because I'm very detail oriented and I wanted to make sure I was on the bike the whole time for it. So. Getting to the top of those hills, it was a great feeling of accomplishment every single hill. Spring of 2014 is when I kind of set the goal to do it. I finished up in September of 2019, so I estimate there's probably 3,000 to 4,000 miles of road that I did, and it took me about 7,000 miles on the bike to do it. Feeling I had when I finally finished it, part of it was great, I finished this, and part of it was like, okay, I'm done. Well, what do I do now? This has been my biking career for 6 years. What's next? Once the Stillwater lift bridge reopens for bike traffic, now I can bike all 6 river bridges out of Washington County because I like biking the river valleys, I like being around water. So that kind of became my next goal, and I just started planning out, to do a solo tour over all 6 of those bridges. And then I had coworkers of mine, friends of mine who were like, oh, I want to do that with you. So what started out as a personal goal of mine to go over all 6 of these bridges turned into organizing a ride and sponsoring it with Third Act Brewery and getting a lot of people out and over the new Lift and Loop trail in Stillwater. So now that I'm done with every single street, now I can get out and I'm doing more of the bike trails. The pressure is off now to just get out and enjoy the trails that are out there.